I just want to do a deeper dive here on ICE DAO. I had a video on it earlier, but I wanted to get into some more details on what I think about the project right now and what's been going on with it. Unfortunately, you can see on the screen they've had a dramatic price decrease, kind of along with a lot of other projects in the space. There's been a few scams and rug pulls that have happened in the area, and just some failed projects in general that weren't actually just rug pulls. They just didn't work out. So that unfortunately causes damage to other projects that may be better than the ones that failed. You can see some of the rug pulls that have happened. The Parrot DAO was open maybe 2 days. They were 100% rug pull. There's a couple other ones too. I'm not going to go through them, but you can see they've gone from a high. Well, their high back here was like almost 180 or so, and then down to $1.33. So pretty bad, pretty dramatic. I can zoom in here. You can see they got touched down almost just over $1, and they've since bounced up. And I want to show you kind of what I think about them and why I think they shouldn't deserve the low price that they have right now. Kind of what I'm seeing about the product and why I'm still interested in it and actually put a little bit more money in it today. So I'm going to go through that now. Like I said, some of the problems that caused this was their super high APY, which was part of the reason why new investors came flocking into the project. But right now, with the scams that are going on, it makes them go on a red flag of a super high APY. So their APY is slowly coming down to a more reasonable level for this space. It's still pretty high, but it is coming down. I see it daily coming back into a more reasonable range. Nothing too dramatic where they're just slashing it immediately, which caused further panic. But you can see all their numbers are coming down. The market cap's obviously a lot smaller. The treasury balance shrunk, and the runaway is still around 12 days, and the backing for ICE is coming in at $1.15. So everything's kind of adjusting as the price is coming down, which is okay. I mean, that's pretty much what I would expect. If it wasn't coming down, it would be out of the ordinary. Some of the things why I think they're not rug pulling and why I think they still might be a good investment is they still have a lot of activity in their transactions. You could see there is a lot of buying still, and they're more of a general buying. They're not huge buys or sells. The highest I've seen is probably like this 5,000 is probably the most. You're not seeing a huge amount of whale activity like you were as they were falling down before. So you're getting a lot more smaller buyers come in and out of the project, which is good to see. And if you look at their actual contract, you can see people are staking. They're actually using the actual project for what it's worth, and what it's supposed to be used for, rather than just buying a bunch of ICE and in the hopes of selling it off as the price rebounds. One other thing too is a project that's going to rug pull, they won't usually do burns right up to the end. Why would they? They can just sell the ICE that they have for whatever they want. But you can see they did just post this today, yesterday at this point of this video, but just a few hours ago, that they burnt 100,000 ICE, and you can see the transactions. And I did check them just to make sure they weren't nonsense, but you could see, I'll just pull them up so you guys can see as well. Here they sent, this was 90,000 ICE they sent to the null address, and then the other one was the 10,000 they sent to the same null address. 10,000. Okay, so they are doing it. And you can see that did cause a small bump in the price, nothing dramatic. I think that was about, if I'm looking at the time right, it was something right about here. But the sell-off was still continuing. It wasn't really helping the price overall to come back up anywhere near its, $80 level. But it is a good sign that they're doing that. They are posting, they are responding in the chat room, Telegram. They are it's good to see that they are still active. They're supposedly, their North Pole lending platform is still on track. So it's good to see that they're still progressing and they're not gone quiet. Like I said, I bought a little bit more today. I mean, would I go in heavy on this thing right now? No. I don't have a lot of trust for the space right now. There's a lot of things going on, and this price difference from going to 80 to $1, it's going to be a lot harder to go from $1 to 80, and you're talking 800% increase from here. So take it for what it's worth. I mean, if you're in it, I would definitely just compound and let it go. stake and keep it staked. I wouldn't really sell at this low level. If you're a new investor, I mean, take it for what it's worth. It's super high risk right now. I wouldn't put very much in it. It definitely wouldn't be my #1 holding by any means. But I don't think it's dead. I do see a lot of good things going on with it. It'll be really interesting when their new project comes out, the North Pole, the lending platform. See what that's all about and how that's going to work. The details are not clear at all yet right now, so I can't really make a firm opinion on it. But they're still here. They're still alive. They're pretty much gone down the same path as most of the other projects. You can see this one's Ring. This is a node, a fake node, basically, to get daily payouts in the token. You can see there, pretty much the same thing. They got all the way up to almost over 400. They're right at 15 now. Meta Islands was another one that came out. This Metaverse Pro, this one here, another one I'm watching. And you can see they got up to 400 and some. Now they're at 83. Definitely not as bad of a fall. Meta Islands goes by IGO. Meta Islands here, you can see they're 53% in the last 24 hours. You know, they all have a similar trajectory, so if everybody else was going up and ICE was the only one going down, then obviously I would have a different opinion on it. But they're really just going along with the flow. There's a couple of standouts. This one was doing around the same thing, and then they did a big announcement today. You can see they popped back up pretty good, but same trajectory. They just had this announcement today, which I'll do in another video. But you can see they popped up pretty well. And, you know, something for what it's worth. I just wanted to give you an update. I know a lot of people were worried about ICE. I'm not completely concerned. I mean, I'm on the loss right now, of course, because I bought in when it was much higher than it is right now. But it's not a loss until you actually sell your tokens, so I have not. I'm still compounding, and in the hopes that it comes back into a reasonable price when I'm ready to cash out, or it goes to zero and I'm out, and that's always part of this space. It can happen. I'm still not giving up on ICE DAO. I still think it has a lot of potential. It really just depends on how the rest of the pieces fall in together, and if they can stem this selling and get people back up to interested in purchasing and staking. So we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to give you this quick update, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.